Hello everyone, how are you doing? Today I'm going to tell you about a truly fantastic movie series, How to Train Your Dragon. It's a story about a young boy who learns that bravery isn't always what you expect, and that sometimes your enemies can become your best friends. It's a great story, so let's get right into it. The story begins on an island called Berk. These people, the Vikings, are facing a significant problem with dragons. I mean, dragons are everywhere, stealing their food and causing trouble. Then there's Hiccup. He's not your typical Viking. He's rather small and clumsy, always trying to fit in. His father, Stoic, is the chief, very strong and the best dragon slayer on the island. So, Hiccup is always around, trying to help with the weapons, wanting to fight the dragons. He also has a crush on Astrid, this really cool girl. But whenever Hiccup tries to join the action, they tell him he's too weak, like he would just be easy prey for the dragons. Then suddenly, this frightening dragon, a night fury, appears and attacks. No one has ever seen one before. It's really fast, very strong, and never misses its target. Hiccup thinks, okay, this is my chance to prove myself. He builds a device and manages to shoot it down. However, another dragon attacks him before he can reach the night fury. He tries to run, but his father steps in and defeats the dragon easily. Hiccup gets into trouble for almost getting hurt, and nobody believes that he shot down a night fury. After that, Stoic gathers everyone and says that they must find the dragon's nest and destroy it. They're not really eager, but Stoic says he's staying behind to take care of Hiccup. He also tells his friend Gobber that he wishes Hiccup were stronger. Gobber decides to stay and train Hiccup. Hiccup goes looking for the dragon he shot down and finds it. He's excited because he thinks he can finally show everyone that he's not weak. However, when he looks into the dragon's eye, he decides not to kill it. Instead, he frees it. The dragon gets angry but doesn't hurt Hiccup and simply flies away, though not very well. The next day, Stoic leaves to find the nest and Hiccup starts dragon fighting training, but he isn't good at it. He nearly gets hurt and Gobber says, "Don't trust dragons." Later, Hiccup learns the dragon can't fly because a part of its tail is missing. That night, Hiccup does some research, trying to learn about the Night Fury, but there's nothing in the book, meaning no one knows anything about them. Meanwhile, Stoic is getting attacked by dragons while trying to find the nest. Back at training, Hiccup is still failing, and Astrid is doing very well. Then, Hiccup tries to give the Night Fury a fish, and it takes half and gives the other half to Hiccup. He also discovers that the dragon is afraid of eels. From there, things get interesting. Hiccup starts crafting a tail fin for the dragon. They become friends. He names it Toothless, and they learn to fly together. It's like a really cool training montage. Hiccup also learns all sorts of things about dragons, which makes him good at fighting them. Everyone starts to like him, except Astrid, who is jealous and starts watching him. Stoic returns and learns that Hiccup is the best dragon fighter. He's proud of him. Hiccup and Toothless are flying around, and Hiccup's father gives him his mother's helmet for protection. The next day, Hiccup defeats another dragon, and he's chosen to kill his first dragon. Hiccup is upset and tries to leave with Toothless, but runs into Astrid. She finds out about Toothless and becomes frightened. Toothless carries her into the sky, and Hiccup explains everything. They fly into this fog and end up in the middle of a dragon migration. They realize the dragons aren't stealing food. They're bringing it to this enormous dragon on their own island. They find out about this queen dragon who is forcing other dragons to steal food for her. Hiccup and Astrid have to escape, and they return to their island. Astrid thinks they should tell Stoic, but Hiccup wants to solve it himself. The next day, Hiccup is supposed to kill a dragon, but he throws away his weapons and says he doesn't want to fight dragons anymore. Stoic gets angry, strikes his hammer, and the dragon goes out of control. Hiccup is chased by a dragon, and suddenly Toothless comes to save him. Toothless defeats the dragon, and the Vikings are scared. Then Stoic pins Toothless to the ground. Hiccup tells his father to stop. The Vikings capture Toothless, put him on a ship, and Stoic takes him to find the nest. He tells Hiccup that he's no longer his son and leaves. Astrid asks Hiccup why he didn't kill Toothless. He says that when he looked in his eyes, they seemed similar. Astrid tells him to go rescue Toothless. Hiccup and his friends release all the dragons and follow his father. Stoic and the Vikings find the nest and attack it. A cannon shot makes all the dragons fly away, but then this huge dragon emerges and destroys all the ships. Just when things get really bad, Hiccup and his friends show up, riding on dragons. Stoic is shocked. Hiccup goes to free Toothless, but he can't. His friends try to fight the queen dragon, but they fail. The ship that Toothless is on sinks. Hiccup jumps to save Toothless, and his father saves Hiccup and then helps free Toothless. Hiccup gets on Toothless, and Stoic says he's proud of him. Then it's the final battle. Hiccup and Toothless fight the queen dragon, hitting it so hard it falls. Then it starts chasing them, destroying everything. Hiccup and Toothless escape and begin attacking the dragon from all sides. The dragon gets angry and releases fire, burning everything and burning Toothless' tail. Hiccup decides to make the dragon chase him so Toothless can burn its wings. The dragon falls and explodes, and Hiccup and Toothless fall to the ground. Stoic goes to find Hiccup, but only finds Toothless. He gets really sad and starts crying. But then, Toothless saves Hiccup. And since Hiccup lost a leg, they give him a metal one. Hiccup goes back to the island as a hero. Everyone becomes friends with the dragons, and Hiccup's father is truly proud.